Okay. Thank you for coming today. I'm here today because a very important reason. It's clear that we're finding investment in education is going anywhere but to the front line. And if we look at actually former Education Minister Wynn's records, her decisions have left the province $8.5 billion more in spending than only a decade ago, but even though 250,000 less students are in our education system today. And we find that test scores are going down at the same time in areas like math. Nowhere is it more obvious that there's a dearth in spending and in investment than in special needs. The rights and our dignity of our children with special needs are critically important and must be a priority. Unfortunately, several, I think, ethical violations have been encouraged in our local Simcoe County District School Board. It's been brought to my attention by outraged parents that the use of preemptive blocker pads are continuing to be used at the Simcoe County District School Board, and this despite public outrage in the media and certainly even here in the legislature. Just last session, my Bill 102 passed with support from all three parties. This is a bill that would ban the preemptive use of blocker pads. These are like football-sized blocker pads. They're normally used for sports, being used in the classroom as a first response rather than a last resort. These are the types of things that need to stop. We need to make sure that education assistants that are dealing with these children have the training to deal with them properly and have the equipment to be able to deal with them ethically as well. But recently, even more disturbing in the last several weeks since the blocker pad Bill 102 was introduced, we found that padded cells have become, otherwise known as calming rooms, have come into use in the Simcoe County District School Board. These are cells that in one school, the Portage School in Barrie, in their case, is actually a 6x6 gray padded cell with no windows in it. This is a converted janitor's closet. They call this a calming room. This is anything but calm for children, and this needs to stop. I don't know in anyone's book where it's appropriate that children who have behavioral problems are locked into a gray padded room that's 6x6. And it's incumbent, I believe, on the Minister of Education to step in and do something with a school board that seems bent and determined to continue the use of these rooms without any regulation within their own school board. So what I'd like to do with my bill when I reintroduce it, and I will reintroduce it, is not only ban blockers, but make sure that we come up with some regulations and some standards to create calming rooms that are actually calm and actually serve the purpose of helping children with behavioral disorders actually calm down and become cooperative, productive members of the classroom, which we know they can be with the proper attention and investment in the classroom. The school board's decision really, and their solution, is to restrict access to information. They are obstructing access to information, and instead of taking a stand and apologizing and fixing it, they need to advocate for more resources on the front line. And this means investment not in their Taj Mahal school board district office, but in the classroom, in the front line. Instead of closing schools that are critical to our downtown in Barrie, they need to make sure that they're investing in the areas that need it the most. My colleague, Critic for Education, Lisa McLeod, is here today also to show that the rights of children matter to our party. And I'll invite her to make a few comments right now.
Well, thank you very much, Rod. And if I may, on behalf of Tim Hudak and the Ontario PC Caucus, let Rod's constituents know how much we value him and his work on this issue. Not only the blocker pad issue, but now, as he has just described, the padded cell issue, where the kids with behavioral issues are being sent and locked up. We don't think that's right in the Ontario PC Caucus, and as many know, we have spent the last several weeks defending students, teachers, and teachers who want to teach, and of course parents who have for a long time now, almost a decade, been shut out of the education system because of the radical shift that Liberals have taken over a period of years toward assisting the unions. Special needs education is very important to the Ontario PC Caucus and our leader Tim Hudak. In our our white paper on education, we discuss our ideas to help students with learning disabilities and with special needs. My friend Rodney has been a very big advocate, a staunch advocate of the children in his constituency who are dealing with behavioral issues, yet who are not getting the proper support that they need. That is why our party will continue to support his legislation and his call for increased standards, and that is why today we're asking the Minister of Education to stand with us and to change these standards so that they're increased and enhanced and in the best interest of Ontario students, not Ontario's unions. Today, we will continue to call on the McGuinty-Wynne government and Minister Liz Sandals to make sure that our education system is in the best interest of all students. And I think as we move forward with Mr. Jackson's legislation, we have an opportunity as an assembly to do the right thing, to protect Ontario's most vulnerable students, those with learning disorders and special needs. So I want to thank my colleague Rod Jackson for his continued support of Ontario's most vulnerable students. I want to continue to support him as well as the rest of the PC caucus in making sure that there is a voice for those children who don't have one. Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Happy to take any questions if you have any. No? Great. Thank you.